we are so glad to have our Dr. Kohli here with us because we've been debating about this next topic. And a lot of our viewers just want to hear the facts. So we got the person, the expert, to give us the facts. We want Dr. Kohli's take on Aaron Rodgers as he recently revealed that the reason he didn't get vaccinated, and there's a number of reasons. So what's your take on someone who is spreading misinformation on his level?
You know, before I give you the facts, I'm going to rant a little bit because I am off, and I think I speak for the entire medical community.
Our executive producer just cringed.
I love it.
I'm just mad.
I love it.
Like, we're fighting a deadly virus. We've got a global pandemic that we're trying to take down. We're trying to develop science at warp speed, develop a vaccine in really record time to try to get our lives back to normal. And then you have the villain. You have people like Aaron Rodgers or Joe Rogan who have these platforms, and because they want to increase their followers, they're turning science on its head and promoting misinformation. And now we have to fight that, in addition to fighting the virus and dealing with the science.
But,
Give us the facts, though, because I know a lot of people are saying he mentioned infertility. Yeah. He mentioned, please just let our viewers know what the facts are.
Yeah, so he started by saying that he might be allergic to polyethylene glycol, which is part of the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccine, but not part of J&J. But the chance of being allergic to that is 11 people out of 1 million. So even if you give him that, let's say he's one of those 11, there is data from the American College of Allergy and Immunology that people with PEG allergies, polyethylene glycol allergies, can still get the vaccine. So that, number one reason, doesn't hold up. Number two reason, he's worried about fertility. Okay, well, where does that come from? There's no evidence that it causes any issues with fertility. In fact, the opposite. Getting the virus has been known to impact male fertility because there are receptors for the virus on the male reproductive organs.
How about if you're going through like IVF, and this is personal to me because I have friends, they come see a doctor here in Denver, he's a specialist, and again, I'm not having another baby, this is for a friend. There are concerns because they spend tens of thousands of dollars trying to get pregnant and they don't want to put something else in their body. So I've had this conversation and they're like, I'm not going to do this right now because we're trying to get pregnant. What would you say to them?
I would say the most important thing to ensure the success of your pregnancy is going to be to get yourselves vaccinated. Because we know that women who get pregnant and are unvaccinated or unboosted have a much higher risk of losing the baby, of preterm labor, of birth defects, and of mom having complications as well. So you're putting all this money in. Don't you want to make sure that you set yourself up for success? And the time to do it is before you get pregnant. So that's number one. Number two, I know people worry that anything could affect their chances of getting pregnant, but scientifically, you're actually making the embryo in a petri dish and injecting it. So it's the risk of the vaccine. It doesn't exist because it's much different than the natural process of getting pregnant, which maybe hormonal fluctuations can affect.
It's interesting how, like, one part of science you're committed to, right? Which is like the fertility treatment, the IVF, but then the other part of science.
It's always this duality of thought, you're right.
Yeah, you're shunning. I don't understand it. Like, do we trust doctors? Do we not trust doctors?
I think there's an irrational fear when it comes to pregnancy and babies, and because you have so much invested, like Jeff said, emotionally, financially, in every way, you forget to think about logic. You forget to embrace that science. So I'm glad you brought that up, Sam.
We gotta consult with our doctors always, and we always have Dr. Kohli here, so thank goodness for that. If you have a question you want answered by our Dr. Kohli, write us on social media. You can email info@dailyblastlive.com. Thank you so much, Dr. Kohli, as always.